Today's video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Now, the internet is full of predators, weirdos, and people who want to steal your information. So why not be protected by using Surfshark VPN for a safer internet browsing experience? Surfshark VPN is a fast and easy to use VPN service that can be used on a variety of devices. I have it on my PC, I simply click a button, and now I'm protected online. Besides just offering protection online, Surfshark VPN allows you to access things like Netflix and Hulu from other regions, plus a ton of additional features. And right now, by clicking the link in the description box down below and using the code RGT from now until the end of the year, you can get Surfshark VPN for 83% off, which is the lowest it's ever been, plus an additional 4 months for free. One membership allows you to hook up multiple devices from a laptop, a cell phone, and even your Xbox and PlayStation systems. So check out the link in the description box down below to protect yourself online. And a huge thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. Hey y'all, RGT here, and you might remember a couple weeks ago on the channel, we took a look at the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy for the Nintendo Switch, and well, it wasn't great. I mean, it definitely had some problems. I still had fun playing it, obviously. I'm a big fan of these three games, but the quality of these games definitely left a lot to be desired. There's been a lot of angry people, but Rockstar promised that they're going to fix the game. Rockstar promised that they're going to improve upon all of the versions, and a substantial patch came out for all three GTA games, GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the Nintendo Switch, because that's the version of the game I have. Now, looking over the patch notes, there's a lot of stuff in here. Most of it is kind of ticky-tack stuff, specific missions not registering, specific things not happening. So we probably won't really be able to explore any of that stuff in this video because I'm just looking for overall quality. I'm looking for overall improvements in things like the control, in things like the graphics, and of course in terms of the frame rate of the game, because that's the biggest problem for all of these games. So we're going to start out with GTA 3. I actually haven't tried any of these patches yet, so I'm pretty excited to check it out. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and share the video. But let's jump in. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, so textures load it in a little bit, and there we go. Nice and clean now. It looks like one of the things that they fixed was the lettering. A lot of letters were like off in the game, and like it didn't make for words that made sense. So, you know, I'm not sure if that was one of the letters that or one of the buildings that had letter issues, but if it is, hey, you know, that's good. It does seem like on foot, you know, it's actually feels a little bit better. That could just be, you know, me talking on my ass, but I definitely think it feels a little bit better on foot. It doesn't seem quite as janky. So, hey, you know, that's an improvement. That's a good thing. Let's get a vehicle here. Give me that. Give me that. Come here. Like, imagine some dude just like running up on your car and you're driving all slow, and then you just let him jack it. You're like, you don't speed off or anything like that. Okay, initial first impressions. It does feel a little bit smoother, honestly. Now, GTA 3 was actually the worst out of all the games when it came to the driving mechanics in the game, because it was just the choppiest as far as the frame rate was concerned. But so far, you know, this is there's a little choppiness there, but for the most part, I would say overall it's a bit smoother. It definitely still needs some work. I'm not gonna say it's a masterpiece now or anything like that, but it definitely does feel a bit smoother. Let's just get into some heavy traffic. All right. Obviously the pop-in is still kind of prevalent, and I'm sure there's going to be glitches. The thing about this game, though, because people saw reviews for it, you know, that initially came out, and they're like, oh, well, why did they give these games such a high score? It's really because you know these games. You're very familiar with these games, and you know what these games bring to the table. So by adding in other issues, obviously there's going to be glitches. Obviously there's going to be problems within these games because they're sandbox games. And of course, it seems like they sort of reworked the original source code of it. And yeah, it was a super rushed game, but you know, I'm definitely thinking it's a lot smoother now. You know, the driving feels a lot smoother. The frame rate, which was hiccuping like every second, doesn't hiccup quite as much. There has been a little bit of things here and there. Oh God. All right, but you know what? This isn't feeling too bad. I'm hoping that the rest of the games are performing up to snuff like this. Sup, girl? How you doing? All right, so now we have GTA Vice City. One of my favorite games probably of all time. What happened here? Somebody dropped some cheese? That's my cheese now. Secure the bag, kiddies. But I just love this game because I love the aesthetic of it. What is this guy doing? Sir, I'm an officer of the law here. And yeah, we got some problems here. I'm gonna need you to pull over, buddy. You gonna pull over? No? All right. Perform the performance immobilization tactic, the pit maneuver. Remember those cop shows from back in the day? Just pitted his ass. I love this game because I love the 80s. You know, I was born in the 80s, but like 80s music, 80s movies and stuff, especially like mid to late 80s, it just hits with me for some reason. You know, it's just a simpler time, I feel. So, you know, I definitely am gravitating towards this game. I will say, things are feeling good. You know, we got to get this dude. Oops, hit the wrong button. I will say things are feeling good. On foot. Whoa! A samurai kicked his ass. And he had some cheese on him. Yes, sir. On foot, once again, much like GTA 3, it's definitely feeling a bit smoother. You know, there was hesitation in those when you were playing on foot. Let's check out the vehicles, though. My initial impression of the vehicle was fine. And you know, that's what I said. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm not looking for the ticky-tack things. Wait a second there. I want you. I'm not looking for the ticky-tack things. Obviously, those issues are going to pop up because it's an open world game. There's a nice vet. I like vets from this time era. I think they look really nice. I don't know why. It's just, you know, it's a simple car. They're slow as hell nowadays compared to like normal cars. Oh God. Sorry, officer. Look, no, we're not doing this. But I will say, you know, it does feel smoother thus far. If I could drive in a straight line, that would definitely help to get an indication. But, you know, it's not as janky as it was initially. There still is a little frame rate issues. It does seem like, especially at higher speeds right now. And like I said, that's mostly due in fact to the draw-in stuff. Like, I feel like the sense of speed should be a little bit higher right now, but it's definitely smoother and making for a much more playable experience. And that's what I'm worried about here. That's what I am looking at. I want to be able to play these games and enjoy these games. If glitches come along, if ticky-tack things come along, that's fine. That's going to happen. This is an open world sandbox game. It's GTA. There's always been issues with these games and weird bugs and glitches. So this is from what I've played so far, which obviously isn't that much, but this is a much more polished product, I would say. It definitely feels a lot smoother. And, you know, there's a little frame rate issue right there, which is still going to pop up from time to time, I'm sure. Hopefully, they'll do some more patches to upgrade things like that. I did hear that the weather effects have been improved upon. I'm going to try to get those going in San Andreas, but you know, so far so good. This is definitely, it's not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's what needed to be done to these games because they're still great games. We just got super half-assed versions of those games in terms of playability, which, yeah, God, I don't know how you screw it up so bad. Let's hit this jump though. You run, you slide, you hit the jump, and take a dive. Was it raining? Oh, it's starting to rain now. Okay, well, we can see the rain here, so we don't have to force it in San Andreas. It's definitely less pronounced. Did it stop raining? No, it's still kind of raining. I don't know. That's kind of half-assed. I mean, if that's the improved upon rain, like, I don't even know if it's supposed to be raining right now, because I mean, it's kind of sunny out, you know. But hey, there's some rain. But overall, it definitely does play better. Let's check out San Andreas. All right, and now we have San Andreas. I will say I am noticing something. This could just be my eyes playing tricks on me or something, but it seems like the games are less saturated now post-patch, because initially in the pre-patch version of these games, they were super saturated. Like, the colors were almost like too vibrant, and it was making for a really weird aesthetic. But now it seems like it's a lot better. You're probably noticing that I'm still early in these games, and you're like, oh, you did, I thought you've been playing these games. Here's why I'm an idiot. So I downloaded these games on my Switch OLED, and I didn't use the cloud save stuff. So I have like multiple save files across multiple systems going on right now, and I'm in different points of the game. This is my downstairs Switch, which I use to basically record stuff, because when you're recording, you know, it doesn't matter. It'll look the same because you're not factoring in the screen there. So that's why I'm still like early in some of these games here. Let's the on foot stuff did feel good though. Let's get into some of the driving mechanics and see how we are doing in terms of choppiness. And okay, let's go around the bend here. Okay, so you see what I'm talking about? This one still feels unoptimized. Looking at this little section here, you can see the game hiccuping over and over again. It definitely is not as refined as the Vice City and GTA 3 are by far. You could just tell in that little bit that we just had right there, there's definitely not the optimization that was done in those other versions of the game. The on foot stuff, oh, look at that. The open sign didn't even go with the door. And I said I wasn't going to talk about ticky-tack things, but I mean, that's noticeable. Like, we're just experiencing San Andreas here, and we've already got issues. We've got problems. I don't want to play the mini game. Give me the loot. I don't think I have any weapon, though. I don't. All right, let's just get out of here. He's probably not very happy with me for spray painting him, but obviously you can see it in just that little driving bit. Maybe the game will like reload and then it'll be better now, but there's definitely a lot of work still to be done on San Andreas. Now, we talked about the glitch, the bridge that glitched in the game. What's up with these load times too? Come on, let's get snappy here. I was just out here. But yeah, the driving is still leaving a bit to be desired in terms of the smoothness that we saw in the other games. This is still definitely a choppy experience. There's way more pop-up going on in the background. Like, that whole background just caused pop-up. And that's what's really causing the issues with the frame rate. Is the game is constantly having to load textures. It's constantly having to load the backgrounds for the areas you're in. So this game still definitely needs, you know, quite a bit of work, just from that open sign to, of course, the driving mechanics in the game. You know, it's still pretty choppy, and it's definitely noticeable coming off of playing GTA 3 and coming off of playing Vice City that there's still work to be done. These are still super fun games. They're still enjoyable games, but you know, the half-assedness is showing with this game, and that's a shame because so many people love San Andreas because of the character customization, all the cool stuff that you can do within the game. You know, it's a lot more character orientated as far as customizing CJ to your liking, so that's a disappointment. But you know, I guess like Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We're on the right track here. Should you pick this game up? No. Wait for a sale unless you're just a diehard GTA fan, and then, I mean, you already bought it if that's the case. So, you know, what are you going to do? You going to get a refund? They're going to give you a refund? No one's giving you a refund, especially on the Switch here. This is a nice view. I don't like heights, but this is a nice view. Kind of overlooking everything. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. Hey, look, you got the burger place right down here. Oh, God. All right. So we're going to wrap things up because I feel like I've given a good indication. GTA 3, much more playable. GTA Vice City, much more playable. San Andreas, it's got some issues. Still got some issues. Let me know what you think of these games in the comment section down below, and if you've been playing them and if you've been enjoying them, what glitches you've come across. And yeah, thank you guys for checking out this video. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. I don't know if this is going up on Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving, so whatever. You know, it'll go up when it's damn well ready. A huge thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. Make sure you guys check out the link in the description box down below. Protect your ass online. 83% off, 4 months for free. Use that link in the description box down below, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.